Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Gamers DMZ. Thanks for joining us on Thursday. It is me, Jazzy Moto, and then we are also joined by Double M, OG Double M. Then following, we have Mr. Sir Rich, and then we have the one.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the crew here tonight so we can discuss gaming. A lot has been going on. I apologize. We were not around last week. That being said, so we got some topics we are going to discuss this week. But before we get into all that, let's find out what everyone has been playing. Um, I haven't been playing as much. I've just been playing one or two or three games. But let's start with OG. What you been playing?
Oh, let's see. Playing, of course. We always have to start off with baseball. Baseball. Been dabbling with Hogwarts still. Oh, I know. I didn't even tell Serge today. I bought Rogue City on Steam for $29.99. That's a great game.
You be spending some
RoboCop.
money on Steam.
Yeah. It was on sale. Like for $30. Hey. And it's a great game. Right. What else? Oh, some Gears. I've been playing a little Gears on the Ally.
Oh, you been playing Gears?
The first one. I've been playing that on the Ally. What else?
Oh, Rogue City is RoboCop. I ain't know what the heck the game was.
Yeah, RoboCop.
He could have just said RoboCop.
I
But
didn't know what game he was talking about. I had to look it up.
What else? I think that's it. Yep, I think that's all I've been playing this week.
Okay, what about you, Surge?
Of course, you know I was playing Destiny. That's a
Of
given at
course.
this point. Turned on Elden Ring. Started a new game in Doom because I don't remember how to play that game.
I know. Once you get away from that, you have to start over.
Mm-hmm. Started a new game in Dead Island 2 because I did not know that was gonna be in Game Pass so fast.
Oh yeah, Dead Island 2. That's right.
Turned on For Honor, did some training and that, messing around with the new character that just dropped. Pal World. I tried out that Played Up. And I tried that Tales of Arise. I ain't get too far in it. I ain't make it to where I'm fighting yet. I'm still going through the.
Oh, you haven't got to the battles yet?
No, I still was going through the prologue. I was debating
No.
on if I should stream that or not because the
That's
story
a
is
stream.
actually catching me so far.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's a
That'll
good
be
game.
extremely. It's a streamable game.
Yeah, because it's like the story was kind of catching me, and I was like, this may be something I want to stream. I was trying to get to the battle to see if I like it, but if it's like the new Final Fantasies I'm taking it, like you played it, right? Like how does it control?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it controls like the new Final Fantasies.
Did you play it?
Real time. It's real time action.
Did you play it?
I bought it, man. Like maybe 2 years ago, I think, during COVID. Well, or whenever it came out, it could have been after COVID. I don't know. I said about 20% of it I played, but it's good. Good story, like you said.
Yeah, because I ain't know nothing about it. I just saw it in Game Pass.
Oh wow. Okay. What else?
think that may be it.
Did you say Destiny?
Yeah,
First thing
Okay.
I
That's what I
said.
thought.
Okay.
Because it's a given at this point.
Yeah, that's my point. I wanted to make sure we didn't overlook Destiny for you.
I give the givens away. It used to be Starfield was a given, but I ain't heard that in a while. I don't know what happened to that game.
Really?
Hey, I heard that people was gonna play it till they flipped it. I don't hear no finishing games around here, so I'm just bringing up a point. That's all.
Oh,
He's so wrong, y'all.
People was telling me how awesome of a game it was, and I ain't heard nothing in a while. I want to hear the adventures. Poke the bear.
good. Okay. Anything else you played?
No, that was it.
Okay. Jasimoto.
I have been playing. Well, I did touch Destiny. It was like a few minutes, but I played a little bit. Got on Elden Ring. Finally beat the last boss in that game. I was trying, just making sure I'm ready for the DLC. Because like after you kill this dude, behind him is the entrance to the DLC. But we gonna get to that later. What else? Oh yeah, I played Return to Grace, which is a short but enjoyable game. I'm gonna stream that again, probably sometime this weekend. Really recommend it. It's cool, spacey. Kind of feels like what's that game? We Happy Few, minus the violence.
Say minus the violence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's literally just you walking around. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's you, the atmosphere.
Well, I'm a spoil it, so you may as well. I mean, not really spoil it, but it's something I gotta ask you since you played it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll wait till you finish.
Yeah. I believe that's all I played. Oh no, I played a little bit of Cyberpunk as well, and I started up
I'm gonna redo my character.
2. Yeah. I started Dead Rising 2, but I'm gonna wait. I'll probably stream that with Surge and yeah. So, but that's it.
Okay.
Dead Rising or Dead Island?
Or
Dead Island.
Yeah.
You know
Thank you,
what
Mark.
you know what she meant.
No, thank you, because I always mix the two up. I did play and flip Dead Rising, so I appreciate you for pointing that out. Yes.
I play Helldivers, but the player count kept dropping, so I got right back out.
Yeah, they doing a lot in that game. I saw that they shut down the servers. I saw that people mad about how they updated a level.
They
There's
added
a lot
mechs.
going on.
I heard they added mechs.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I heard the game.
Yeah, because of people mad that they took a level out, so they protesting.
Okay. What else? I played.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on how the developers do it.
Still ain't hitting 10 million people, but it's all I know.
Hey, it's a new. Hey, they don't
It's
have
new
enough
game.
servers for
Yeah,
it. So
I know.
it's gonna happen. Depends
Blame
on how
Sony.
they do it. If they keep putting money into it, it's gonna do better.
Okay.
It's still at the beginning, so.
Okay.
But you have your opinion, so you don't have nothing to say about it. Remember, you got your opinion. You don't got nothing to say about it. So why bring it up? Why bring it up? Why bring it up? You got your opinion. You can't bring up no conversation about it, no points. Why bring it up? Why bring it up? If you can't come up with valid points and examples and have a real conversation instead of poking, why bring it up?
Because I like poking, since you said it. But anyway, let's see.
Because that's not beneficial.
I'm talking about my gaming.
Go ahead, you want to poke? Hey, you caused me to talk. I'm gonna talk now. Hey, what? I got ammo. I got a whole 6-shooter here. Hey, come on.
Let me finish my game. Let me finish my game. Let's see. I played a game called A Little to the Left. I played Limbo. I played Starbound. I've been playing Call of Duty all week. I don't know why I'm back into that. I played a game called Indivisible. Still playing Remnant. I gotta beat that. I played Tales of Arise. Uh, Hopped into Dead Island. I didn't go anywhere, but I just played that for a hot second. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I played that for a hot second.
Which one? The multiplayer one?
Yeah, Shredder's Revenge.
We need to stream that together sometime, all of us.
Yeah, I played that. Like you, I played Return to Grace, and I found it quite interesting, and I found the ending quite effed up, which makes you have to play it again.
Yep, I'm on my second playthrough doing what I didn't do.
Right. So you have to play it again. It's a very short game with silly puzzles, but it's kind of effed up. Did you play the first one to the very end and watch the credits roll through?
Yes, when you and the ship makes the comment. Yeah.
So it's kind of funny because I don't know, the one voice think that they're a supreme ruler or a god, which makes me laugh.
Yeah, that one that talked too much, I'm gonna follow it and see what happens. The one that I wanted to slap across the face, I'm gonna follow it.
But that's an interesting game. It's for something that just dropped in the Game Pass. I would tell everybody to play it. It's something that you can just play and play in about an hour and done. But you're not going to get all the achievements in an hour because it doesn't tell you what the achievements are. You just got to do stuff. And they say, "Oh, this will do it." Yeah. So I'll say this: in order to get a lot of achievements, you have to be inquisitive. Is that about a good way to say it?
Very much so. Explore, look around, touch stuff.
Touchy feely. But that being said, those are all the games I played, and like I said, I played the most out of Starfield and Remnant. I mean, not Starfield, Remnant. And I told you I want to get back into Starfield, but I got to talk to OG because I forgot how to scan.
I think it's the back button.
You got to scan, and then you got to scan when you trying to find your powers when you go into certain places.
Yeah,
and you're trying to. That's what I forgot how to do because I'm like I've been playing so many.
I think it's the D-pad. Honestly.
Okay, I got it.
A lot of games, bro.
But if I touch it, I'll remember. I got good muscle memory when it comes to games. Like as soon as I touch a game, I remember how to play it. It's very unnerving because I'll be playing with people. They be like, "I don't remember." As soon as
I do.
Press this, press that, press this.
Your muscle memory come back.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you ain't been to the gym, but that's all right.
Who ain't been to the gym?
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, I just said who. I asked who. I asked who. You said you answered. Made me. You said it ain't.
Yeah, I was talking about these muscle memories. I'm like, okay, muscle memories. I ain't mad at you.
The muscle memory he got is in his jaw.
Oh my god. No, why?
I ain't mad at you.
We don't know how to take that.
I bet you
do.
Oh
no. Wait a minute.
The windows. From the window.
Okay, so let's get to these topics. It's been a tumultuous week in gaming with everyone in the back end that wants to talk about gaming. They are analysts, they're developers. I have read people that can tell people how to run studios. I've seen articles on this, that, and the others. But it's been a tumultuous week in the gaming industry with every company laying people off. But before we get into that and start talking about a lot of what's going on in gaming, let's talk about what games are coming out. And Jazz, you wanted to start off with Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, just real quick. Because I think I played the most of Elden Ring. I'm super excited. Just some tidbits that I found out. So the DLC is going to be roughly the size of Limgrave, if not a little bit bigger, which is like the first area where you start. So it's pretty huge. Supposedly it's going to be like 50 plus hours of gameplay. So definitely worth $40 for me.
40.
Yep, yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the mess out of it. I already know it. Like last night, like I said, I finally beat that last boss I was trying to do, was pissing me off. But I'm officially ready for the DLC. Because supposedly that's where you enter. So let's get it. What else? 10 new bosses. New leveling system. I'm not really so sure about that because I don't know enough about it to say yay or nay. Hopefully it's not ridiculous. And I also read somewhere that one of the bosses may be Melania's sibling. So that'll be interesting. And Melania, for those of you who don't know, supposedly she's one of the hardest bosses in the game, or most annoying. So,
okay.
There's that.
Anybody else want to add something?
I'll go ahead.
Anybody else want to add something to it? Because suffice it to say, I still have the game on my Xbox downstairs in my family room, and I still haven't played it. I booted.
I don't think so.
No, because you don't have it, so he wouldn't have it.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, new armor set too. And I saw a new weapon as well. That's a given.
My.
The last game I remember him playing was Hogwarts.
Nah, he was playing what you call today. I saw him on. He was playing Call of Duty multiplayer.
Yeah, he always play Call of Duty.
Yeah, he will play some Call of Duty. I ain't mad at the brother. That's his
I'd
game.
be playing it if I bought it. I just waiting for a sale.
Yeah, because I want to get it. Okay, so when does Elden Ring come out, Jazz?
I believe it's June 21st.
Oh Lord, I'm thinking it come out next month.
Yeah.
Far and away.
Oh, that's a
so
good.
You got time.
Oh, I got time.
And if you need help, I'm right. Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't like how they do the multiplayer. So
I agree. From Software, their multiplayer has always been janky, but it's at this point in time, it's like part of the appeal. Like,
but
why y'all gotta make shit difficult?
Nobody can join you in your quest, can they?
They can, yeah, but there's certain stipulations.
You have to have certain items, and when you die, you have to rejoin the multiplayer.
That's the biggest pain in the butt. And
they make it difficult to so you'd be like, all right, I'm done with multiplayer. I'm gonna just play by myself. They promote you playing by yourself.
And if you already defeated the area boss, it might not let you win because you've already defeated it, or vice versa. Like it's weird. It's fun. It's better than all the previous FromSoft games, but it's still unless you get it on PC where they mod it and do it right.
PC, they're gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there we go. June 21st. Yes.
Okay. So,
how many hours you got in that Elden Ring, Jazz?
Oh, jeez. Over 200, I want to say. I'm gonna have to load up. I'll let you know when I load it up.
90 hours in it, and I ain't nowhere near in the game.
Wow.
You got 90 hours.
I play the game. I just ain't all about it.
Plus, it's one of those exploring. You gotta take your time.
You do a lot of world searching.
A little bit of both. Because world searching is killing bosses, and you get stuff when you kill bosses. Like sometimes you get to keep them and use them as summons.
Okay, so let's get to one of the main topics. We're going to leave a couple of them for last. But like I said, this has been a tumultuous week, a tumultuous year as far as game development. In the game industry, there have been tremendous layoffs, and I mean layoffs like crazy. So before we get into a lot of the topics, I want to read off real quick the number of studios that have either closed or laid people off. So, as you all know, in the beginning of the year, or last month, Microsoft laid off 1,900 people. Sony announced, and this is going to be one of our hot topics. Sony announced 900. Unity laid off 1,800 people. Twitch laid off 500. Other than that in the games, but they laid off 500. Riot Games 530. Discord 170. Playtika, whoever that is, 300 to 400. Lost Boys Interactive 125. Pixel Studios 120. Metaverse World 70. Black Forest Games 50. Eidos 97. Sega of America 61. Supermassive 90 people. So those are the layoffs thus far. So a lot of people are like, what do you think about that? People are saying it's because of recession. Do you think as like a market? Let's look at it as like a stock market. Do you think it is it doing a correction?
I think people are stopping, slowing
So
down.
you're saying
AAA
right?
properties.
So do you saying well, a lot of those were not AAA developers, but yes.
Well, not the majority, but I'm saying that has an influence of the market.
Do you think? To me, it's like a correction. Everybody overhired. Now they see they got too much staff. Money was cheap. Money's not cheap now.
Probably caught up with the jobs from COVID when they were trying to play catch up.
Yeah. Or trying to overdo it.
That too.
I don't get it. If you don't have a lot of projects in the pipeline, why would you have so many people in the first place?
Probably making ideas, you know.
But I think
hopefully you get better. I hope they ain't too serious over there.
No, I'm just getting over my cough. I was sick last week, so I'm better today. I just got a cough. Yeah, I just got a cough. I'm much better than I was.
Okay, that's better. That's good.
But what I'm saying is
working out too much.
No, that helps me.
Exactly. They said going out in the cold make you sick. Like no,
no, that
makes you stronger. That proves your immunity. What are you talking about?
Baby, your immune system.
But
you know I'm messing with him.
Oh, you know I know that, boy. Please. What I'm saying is, if you look at the gaming industry, what do you guys think? Because everyone's laying off. It's not just the gaming industry that's laying off. Everybody's laying off. UPS laid off 12,000 people earlier this year.
To Amazon too.
Well, Amazon, UPS,
we hire everybody.
But like OG,
like you say, a correction, basically. That was a correction.
And you got to look at it that these companies, well, some of them are publicly held. And like, let's look at Embracer Group. None of you guys remember what I told you guys a couple of years ago when Embracer Group was buying all them companies. And I said, everybody's like, oh, the Embracer Group is going to be so big. And I looked at their finance. I'm like, they're a small company just buying other companies. They're borrowing money. They're heavily in debt. And guess what? It came out. That's why you see Embracer Group getting rid of other companies, selling this off. They're selling off, what's that company called? Made the cartoon game. No, cartoon.
The Cuphead game?
Or Borderlands.
Oh, Borderlands.
Oh, Borderlands.
2K.
No, Borderlands is owned by
They made Borderlands.
Gearbox,
Yeah.
2K.
Gearbox,
Yeah.
right? Gearbox.
Because I think
Yeah.
2K is a publisher.
Okay. I just remember seeing the logo pop
Yeah.
up.
But you know, Embracer Group brought them, and they're putting them up for sale. So my whole point, this whole industry is in a correction phase, and everybody's got something to say. Well, they can't do
is
it.
Swedish, right?
Right.
So the American government can't interfere with them, huh? They bought up all those studios.
Well, you gotta understand, it's not the point that they bought those still. They're still not. They wouldn't have gotten looked upon because they're not a conglomerate like people thought they were. The company was not worth more than $10 billion. That's why everybody was like, they're going to be this big behemoth. I'm like, no, they're not. You're only worth $10 billion. You're a little boy on the block. They were just heavily in debt because they borrowed the money to buy companies. So, what are your thoughts about this industry, OG? You think it's dead? Do you think it's a correction? You think everything's going to be okay? Or what?
I think it's a correction. It's gonna be okay. No doubt about it. I'm glad Microsoft was in it. I don't know how it would be if Microsoft wasn't in it.
What do you mean by that?
With them buying ABK.
Oh yeah, it would have been worse.
A lot of jobs there.
Yeah, it would have been worse. They would have got probably rid of probably 2 to 3,000 people.
I heard it would have been more than that.
Yeah. But it's a tumultuous time. I think that, I think Serge alluded to it, and I kind of said this last week, but like Serge says, these big budget games are not sustainable, and you're going to start seeing people making more budgety games. I don't know if that's going to hurt the quality, but I think they're going to be gambles taken on these big projects.
Less gambles.
Say what?
You said less gambles taken?
Yes, and it's going to be much less gambles taken on these big projects because nobody's going to want to
Spend all
spend
that money for nothing.
for nothing.
A hope and a dream.
Especially when you got a game like Power World only costs $8 million. And to me, people can say what they want to say. In the end, they're going to look at Power World and say, well, they did it with $8 million. And I don't know if that destroys the gaming industry or hurts the gaming industry because it's going to make people start only doing what they know will sell. I think it's going to lose a lot of creativity.
Right.
Because if you notice today, EA came out and said, and I kind of understand them, which puts Sony in the same spot. EA said that they're not going to make any more licensed IP because they have to pay. Well, let's say the elephant in the room. Everybody's using Disney IPs, and Disney ain't no joke. Disney is no joke with charging for their IPs. So they canceled a Star Wars game. They canceled a Mandalorian. I don't know if it was that Star Wars game, but they canceled a lot of games.
It was a Star Wars game, but it was based off a Mandalorian, not the Mandalorian, so it wasn't tied to the TV show. It was just one of the Mandalorians.
Oh, that'd have been stupid.
Maybe.
Because the Mandalorian is what brought it to life. So why not bring it off this Mandalorian? But
well,
again,
technically, Boba Fett brought the Mandalorians.
True.
So that just enhanced the story. It gave it the life that we know what it is today. That is a whole section of them.
Right, but this is the one that's known to the damn kids now. So, what are your thoughts, Jazz, on all this?
I think a lot of it is, in fact, cutting the fat. Double brought up a good point with the COVID, the mass hiring, people were behind on projects. I mean, it unfortunately seemed like it was inevitable. And when you touched on the lack of creativity too, people putting out what sells, I kind of felt that when we started getting a bunch of battle royale games. I just wanted to slide that in there. It's like games I didn't feel needed a battle royale, got a battle royale, and just like they were jumping on the thing just to make sales. So I don't know.
That's exactly what they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just think companies are going to be really reluctant to spend these blockbuster monies, and the only money companies that's going to make these games will be definitely the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, the games that are known to be blockbusters, that will be a blockbuster every year. I don't think a lot of, and it doesn't cost Call of Duty that much because they reuse assets. I think this year is going to be the first year that it's built on for the modern consoles. So, but they still laid off,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of like all the bigger companies, like we'll get to Sony in a bit, but that's something kind of strange. And you guys, go ahead.
I'm about to say, or they just taking advantage of the industry right now. Well, everybody's laying off. Well, we're gonna do it too. You know, could that be the case?
Oh, I think so to a degree. I think so because you remember a lot of these. I'm not going to say that. I think it's a double-edged sword because I think they are getting their revenge. The companies, because remember, right after COVID, nobody wanted to go back in the office and work,
Right.
yep.
and everybody's like, "Well, we ain't going back to the office," and a lot of these people were remote.
Mm-hmm. They want these
Uh,
people back in the office.
a lot of these companies want everybody back in the office.
You better spend
Yeah,
that commute money.
they spending money on office space and ain't nobody in it. Something gotta
hmm
give.
So think about.
Trump want them back in the office.
Anyway, we'll see how that go. But I don't know. I just think to an extent, it's a lot of these companies shaving off the fat. And like OG said, if you don't have any projects for these people to work on to make video games, and there's outside of let me say this, outside of like testers, those software developers make bank. I can see them in California at least making 150 a year. That's on the low end because it's so expensive. But
Yeah, okay. They moving like
maybe
we was talking about that. Me and Serge was talking about that a couple of weeks ago. They just moved to Austin, Texas.
their mom moved there. It won't be me.
Yeah.
Nope, won't be me. All right. So one of the other ones was Toy for Bob is leaving Activision to become an independent studio. You guys heard of that?
Yeah.
Toys for Bob, Crash Bandicoot. Good move, bad move. What do you think? Think they should stay with Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft?
Me, I think it's a good move so they can stay creative. I think they were like a backup studio for Call of Duty also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They want to do something else.
And
I think
go ahead.
part of the deal though is that they have to make a Microsoft game.
Right. And I think they got seed money. They wanted to go off, and Microsoft probably said, okay, it's no problem. Microsoft gave them money anyway to become because they were part of Microsoft. So I'm sure if they split,
Yeah.
whoever's going to be the owners and they became an independent studio. I'm sure Microsoft owns a small portion of it. They just don't want the tax and liability of it.
Maybe we'll get a banjo.
Omega be happy about that.
Yeah.
That would, you know what? That would be an interesting thing for them to do.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Because my think they didn't have anybody to develop the game, and Toys for Bob would be the perfect ones to do it, and they can do it at a cheap budget. Because guess what? If they're spun off, the wages are going to be lower. They don't have all these other incentives. They don't have to pay stock incentives and all that because they work for Microsoft. They can work for their own small company. All the guys work from home. Ladies and gentlemen work from home. So the development cost probably will be much cheaper. So we'll see.
I want a new Spyro. I'm just saying.
Spyro? Or updated Spyro?
Yep, I love Spyro. That game was... Ooh, that was fun. I love you too, Crash.
Spyro, Crash. That'd be perfect.
I'm sure we'll know something by next year on what game they're developing, because it did say that they're going to make a game for Microsoft. They're saying our friends at Activision and Microsoft have been extremely supportive of our new direction, and we're confident we will continue to work closely together as part of our future. So there is something there.
Oh yeah.
And so I think they set it up because they spun them off as a small independent. They don't have all that additional overhead, and I think that's something. But and they haven't been totally under the umbrella of Microsoft, so a lot of the incentives that Microsoft would probably have to pay weren't incorporated into their program yet. So maybe.
Yep.
So what else you got going on there?
When we got Supermassive, which we talked about, Supermassive is another studio. What the games did they make? The Quarry, Dark Pictures, Anthology. They laid off 90 people. So it says Supermassive Games, the British-based developer best known for developing Until Dawn, The Quarry, Dark Pictures Anthology, is set to lay off 90 people, according to a report from Bloomberg. Companies in the UK are required by law, which is everyone is required by law, to report when you're laying people off. So they're, like I said, we already discussed them laying people off. So again, layoffs, layoffs, layoffs. Scary. So all I can say is I'm glad some of us are not on that side of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
And here you go, OG. Since we discussed this, another topic was that what do you guys think about PlayStation VR adding PC support in 2024?
They needed
Y'all heard
it.
about that?
Yes.
It's awesome.
It says Sony Interactive Entertainment announces it's currently testing PC support for the PlayStation VR2 headset with plans to make it available later this year. It says,
Okay.
we are pleased to share that we are currently testing the ability for PSVR2 players to access additional games on PC to offer even more game variety in addition to the PSVR2 titles available through PS5 and Sony Interactive Entertainment content. Communications Manager Gillian McAllister said in a blog post. We hope to make this support available in 2024, so stay tuned for more updates. So, give me let's start with you, OG. You said good. Why did you say good?
I was saying good because, first of all, How many did they sell?
10.
They never get those numbers.
I would put like this.
You need to have a PS5 to buy it at this point, so that's a limited share of people who are interested in VR for just a PlayStation.
And the main reason it's not PC.
Million consoles, right? But with 50 million consoles,
I'm saying out of those 50 million, how many people are interested with a VR just for the PlayStation with that library that they have on the PlayStation?
They got a ton of games for it.
But are the people that have the systems interested in that? Because the only people who can buy this right now have a PS5. That's why they need to open it up to PC.
And one of my main things is it's not backwards compatible for the PS4 VR games. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Well, let's go from it another
change that too.
Let's go from another way. That was mistake number 1. No backwards compatibility. Mistake number 2 was no PC compatibility. That's what you guys are saying. And my point is that Sony tried to be greedy. Is what they've done always is keep everything in their ecosystem. When you keep everything in your ecosystem, doesn't mean it's going to work. I.e., Spider-Man 2. You can't make people buy stuff. And the mistake number 3, it was $549. I think it was
same price as a console.
Exactly.
So,
like I said, where's the demographic that actually is interested in all of those points?
And like I said, I thought it was, and OG said, "Oh, they got all them games. What games? They closed a studio that specifically made games for them."
I thought Insomniac made a few games for.
A few was 3.
Is it 3?
I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah,
saying that 3 games don't condone the purchase of a dang near $600 accessory.
3 games does not success make, because that ain't nothing.
So I can get my Oculus and call it a day.
The only thing I could say is I can see how it could be a better system for PC because it's is any other headset wired to where you don't have to drain the battery and worry about it. You can just pick it up and play it. And I think they said they were going to extend the wire to make it longer. I think I read that somewhere.
Shit, that's cool. I mean, I want one, so.
But the question is, will you still need to own the PS5 to initiate it? Or will it be fully PC?
It better be fully PC.
Oculus.
I still think people are going to buy the Oculus. I don't think people are going to buy that unless they can say, okay, it's PC compatible. And if that means it's PC compatible, that means it's Xbox compatible.
And the fact it's the only VR thing that's geared towards gaming. Like they built it designed for gaming.
People who got it say it's good. I just don't think it's worth it.
At the current place where it's at, no, I agree.
Well, the Quest 2 is what, about $499? Is that how much we said it for?
It was $300 last time I looked.
The Quest VR2?
Yeah.
Maybe I saw it on sale. I don't know.
Well, you might be thinking of the 3. It's $250 for the MetaQuest 2.
Yeah, it's like it can't be that much.
$250?
$250. The MetaQuest 3 is $500.
Oh, okay, that's what I was reading. Okay.
They came out with a new one, a newer one, I should say.
Peppy said, as a PlayStation player, I can tell you Sony's not even pushing the VR because they can't really. I don't think they planned ahead for it, and like one said, they were just being greedy with it.
Well, when you close it off to that ecosystem, and I don't see how that would have succeed at that price point. I mean, almost $600. And I can see if they would have opened it up to the PC. that would have been a smart thing to do. But they were so scared
Absolutely.
that it was a double prong approach, saying that, hey, we know people are going to like this because it's PlayStation, so we know they're going to buy it, and then that would incentivize somebody to buy a PlayStation. Maybe they want the headset. Well, if I only got to have the PlayStation, I'm gonna buy both. But when you put that up there, that is over $1,000. Then you buying that. Then you got to have games, and people already complain about $70 games. So
let alone the
that
$600
and
accessory,
so
I should say.
right. So that didn't make sense to me, but they put it out there like that. So I think it's a good thing that it's going to PC. And since it's going to PC, I think it'll have some success, but
It will.
I will consider it dead. If it doesn't hit PC before the summer, PC people are not going to wait all the way till, unless Sony can say, we're going to launch it for PC and add additional games to go with it that were generally available on the PS5. Because again, what sets that apart from the Quest 3 or 2? What would make me want to get that?
Like I said, the only difference is design. It's wired, so you don't have to worry about the battery, and it's specifically designed for video games. Those are the only two benefits that I really come to mind for me.
Yeah, because the thing is with the Oculus, like, I need to test it. My mom has it. I don't know if you can use it while it's plugged in.
I cannot believe your mother has an Oculus. All right.
She retired. My mama's fun.
I ain't mad at your mother.
She's like, I'm retired and I wanted it.
Yep. She bought it for herself.
I ain't not mad.
Sound like your kind of woman. Like, yep, if I was retired, that's what I'd be doing. Buying what I want to entertain myself.
Ain't mad.
But it's like, to me, you're paying more for limitations. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't know, because I've used it. I don't know if you can use it while it's charging. But the fact that I'm able to walk around a living room and I can watch movies, I can watch YouTube, and I can play games, like, it's a no-brainer for me.
And another question is, will it keep the same ease of access once it's on PC? Because that's what a lot of people say. It has ease of access. You can just hook it up to the PS5, and you don't have to do any of the finagling and stuff that you would have to do with the MetaQuest.
I would hope not.
But would it keep that ease of access with PC, or would it be just the same?
Knowing Sony, they got a bunch of them sitting up in a warehouse somewhere, and they know they got to move.
You know
they thought they was gonna sell. That's why.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes, because I don't think it's going to sell, because Sony is a very they don't ever admit when they're wrong. So this, that
it's y'all fault. Y'all should have bought it.
There you go.
Yo, wait, no, what is it? You're too poor. What?
Like, I just don't want it. I mean, it's too limiting. That's all.
I
still haven't gotten a PS5 yet. There's enough games. About to be enough games on there.
There's a bunch of games on PS5, but mine is downstairs collecting dust. I turn it on tomorrow.
Yeah, I still ain't beat my PS4 games. I got like 3 games. I still ain't beat Last of Us 2, that motorcycle zombie horde game. I ain't flipped that. I got like 3 games I just ain't finished. Still ain't did either one of the Spider-Man ones, Miles Morales.
The Spider-Man that came with the PS4 I bought, I still ain't touch it.
Speaking of that. Oh, speaking of Sony.
Back in 2018, didn't we?
Yeah, I got tired of the open world repetitive things. It was a lot of open world games I was playing at the time, and I got burnt out, and I just stopped playing it. I was enjoying it, but I'm tired of open world, and I start playing like fighting games and all this other stuff.
Okay, so let's. What do you guys think about? I know you heard this too. Sony cancels Twisted Metal live service game.
Yeah, that's a rumor that I hope is a lie, because
No, it's true.
That'll be a ball drop of the century.
Well, they dropped it.
Y'all got a good Peacock show that y'all need to benefit off of. Period.
Yep, and the nostalgia folks like us. Like, come on now.
Because I had no hope in that being good, but that show is decent. I like it.
Well, guess what?
They dropped
it. Ain't going. They dropped the ball.
That's sad. I'm sad about that. That makes me sad. Now I can only go back to my black. That's the only Twisted Metal I can play unless I break out my PS2.
Well, they canceled it.
That's horrible. That's one game that you should. That's a PlayStation IP for real.
I'm surprised it took this long for them to look at it, because it played that heavy.
I mean, it's like the original Battle Royale game.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to put it.
Just with cars instead of with people.
I love the first one. That was my favorite.
Dude, that and Destruction Derby were my mainstays on PlayStation back in the day.
Road Rage, or was it Road Rash?
No, Road Rash, I played that on Sega. Destruction Derby was PlayStation. That's why I was playing Destruction Derby. That game was fun.
Well, they canceled it.
That's horrible.
So,
Destruction Derby.
Yeah,
I don't know who made it. I just know it was fun.
Because I can tell you, this is one game that would have added to my reasons to get PS5 list.
Oh yeah, I played Red Dead Redemption Undead. It came with Red Dead Redemption. They were supposed to make it on 2, but they just turned it into a Halloween event and didn't make it on Red Dead Redemption 2. They promised it and then pulled back and didn't fulfill it because they have GTA 5.
You know what? I wish they would fix in Red Redemption 2, which I played and I stopped playing it.
But the online?
No, but
something with the story. I'm guessing.
The gun mechanics.
Well, it does feel funky. I understand the heaviness and all that, but some of it don't make sense.
Was it harder to reload guns back in the day?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
Oh, on purpose. Yeah, I stopped playing it on purpose because you ain't gonna mess my game up the way I like playing.
You used to the World War II games. You can't go back another century.
Step back in that time capsule.
He almost made me say something.
Yes, Peppy, you're right. You're right, Peppy.
You're gonna have me go back and be a slave, so no, that's why I ain't going back.
And you know what? Not slave. I don't like how they made her look. That's another thing. Like, why is she constantly dirty? I went to the saloon. I went to the bath. She is like dirty, no matter what. Yeah. I'm like, why?
The same reason why we watched that black and white movie yesterday. Well, I can't remember the name of this black and white movie. But they was mistreating the black man in there so hard.
Can't do it. Well, anyway, let's get to this topic. So overall, you guys, we were talking about the industry layoff. So we knew it was coming. It came out Tuesday. The world, the streamers, nobody was really talking about it because a couple of weeks ago, as I said in 2 or 3 podcasts before, people were talking about numbers, and I just said to people, wait till Sony announces their numbers. Their financial results. Let's see what happens. So as a result, they missed the number. They lost $10 billion. They said they're going to close studios. Well, as of early this week, they dropped the hammer. It says Sony announces layoffs at PlayStation Studios, and they're cutting around 900 jobs.
Jeez.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
They closed the studio in London. Every major studio except, I think, the studio that handles MLB The Show. had layoffs.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't care how many consoles you sell. As I keep trying to tell people, it's not about consoles. Because if you could sell 50 million consoles and you're only making $1 off of a console or $10 off of a console, that's not going to serve you anything because you got to pay that money back in research and development. If you're not selling games, and your people are not buying games, you're going to be screwed. And I think that's as a result with a lot of them because a lot of them didn't hit their expectation. The margins are not where they are. And it showed. So that's why they're laying off all these people. And I think that I always tell people, and what my dad always said, when you're trying to dig a grave for somebody, dig two. Dig the one you digging for somebody and dig one for yourself. And when I'm going to that is when you got these fan people. When Microsoft laid off, they were like, "Oh, they're bad, and just hemping and hollering that they had to lay off 1,900 people." And I'm like, "Hey, it's part of the industry. You're in a capitalistic society. You guys got to understand what comes with being in it. Not that there's anything good, bad about it. Hey, it's capitalism.
It's neutral. It depends on what side you on of it.
I'm not. No, what I'm saying is, it's not even the point of being neutral. I'm just saying you got to understand the industry instead of being a fan.
Instead of just being biased and wanting what you want, you gotta understand how the machine works.
And I'm just saying, what I was references is that people on Sony fanboys like, "Oh, Xbox is not doing good," and that's when I keep telling people, wait till the financial results come out for Sony. And they came out, and you see that they did just as bad. So Xbox didn't do bad; they made a profit. They just merged with Activision. Well, they bought Activision Blizzard, so they had a lot of overhead, and they had to make cuts. Now, don't get it twisted. They did make some cuts. They probably, to me, went overboard. They could have stayed with 1,000, but they wanted to make sure their money was right. So that's my whole point. Well, when you're trying to make somebody else go down, dig two graves. Dig the one for you digging for somebody else, and dig the one for yourself.
Instead of doing what you need to do to be successful, you over here worried about they doing.
Right. You worried about them. And as I keep trying to tell people, they're like, "Well, Sony lost $10 billion. Doesn't matter. That's paper money. It's
assets.
It's the stock market went down. Their stock price went down. So that's what I call paper money. You can bounce right back up. But it all depends on what they do this quarter. If they do well this quarter, the analysts can be like, okay, all these cuts they made and all these moves they made are paying off. Now, if they don't hit the numbers, that's when they need to worry. But I'm not worried about them at this point based off of last year's results because everybody's going to do it. They just didn't hit their numbers. Let's see. Now, that being said, everybody's doom and gloom for Xbox, saying third party. I'm like, if you're telling Xbox to do third party, Sony should do third party too. And one of the games that I know I'll get people going at me for saying this, but give me your thoughts. You guys would not probably play it because just based off some of the things you guys said. But if they went back and because of Marvel, Disney, and how expensive that marketing is for those products, if they went and did the original Spider-Man, put that on Xbox, that game would sell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It'll make them so much money, it'll be pathetic.
It would sell.
It would sell.
Because a lot of people, it's like making a Superman game if it's possible.
Well, my point is, they couldn't. It wouldn't be like, oh, let's remake it and put it on the PS5. No, that's not going to work because they already have it. But if you put that on the Xbox and put that on that new Switch, they would make a lot of money. And I'm not saying port all your games up. I'm just saying do a test like Microsoft. You port that game over there, done deal. It would sell at least 5 million copies on the Xbox alone.
Yeah.
And a lot of work wouldn't have to go through it. But my point is, if you really wanted to make some money, do it. You're not going to get any more money off that title from the PlayStation fan base. But if you just wanted to make a quick buck, a quick 30, 40, $50 million, it makes recoup some of your investment. Oh, you could do that.
Especially
or even
how
Miles
old that
Morales.
game is.
Yeah, that's my point. It's look how old it is. Or the original God of War remake, the original 2018 God of War. Put that on Xbox. Isn't that? I mean, that would sell like crazy. Then you could say, okay, then 4 more years down the line, yeah, go on and put Starfield on PlayStation. 5 more years down the line, give you some breathing room. It's all about money, and if people thinking that these companies they better get out that mindset of saying, I'm only going to keep it right here. You better go where people going to play it. Because you
Better
can't
make
make
your
people,
money.
and I'll be honest with you, since I spend majority of my time on Xbox, if it did come to Xbox, I'd probably buy Spider-Man on Xbox. Even though I got it for the PlayStation.
For your points.
Yeah, on my points.
Play it for your points.
Get my points. I get my points every day. Thank you very much.
Hey, but play a game you enjoy and get points. Hey, bonus.
Bonus. What are y'all thoughts about that? What do you think about Sony laying off them 900 people, Jazz? Effed up, right?
As always, yep, unfortunate. Sorry for the folks. I'm sure they have their reasons. It stinks.
Stinks really bad, don't it?
Because you don't like to see people lose their jobs.
No, I don't.
Skilled people. Skilled people who good at, well, I'm assuming they're good at their job.
What was your point, OG? What are your thoughts?
Sony shady, like I said. Everybody else laying off. Let's get a chance to lay some off too.
Yeah, we did it too.
So you saying it's the Me Tooism?
Yep.
That's what it sounds like he's saying.
Doing it. Let's sell them off too. Please the stockholders.
That is it. Overall objective.
Here
you got to please the stockholders.
That's what I think. I don't trust them. Did you see? I was reading one article that the people they're laying off in Japan, they may get a chance to go into another industry with Sony. Did you read that?
I never heard of it.
Let me see if I can find something.
Let me see. I was like, what? I was like, these people really in Japan, they're not going to lose their jobs. They're going to find them something else. Yeah, in Japan, we will implement a next career support program. Details will be communicated separately. In other countries, we will begin conversations with those who are potentially at risk or impacted as a result of this proposed course of action. Save the motherland, right?
That's exactly what they're doing. They're going to make sure. They probably have government incentives that flow back into those incentives was given to Sony, and Sony got to invest them to keep them people employed.
I thought that was interesting after reading that.
Well,
severance benefits will be provided to those employees who are impacted. Is that for everybody?
That's the fine print.
Yep.
That's what
It
it
says job cuts will occur in Americas, Japan, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and the Asia Pacific region. Yeah, so interesting.
Third, what are your thoughts?
It's unfortunate, and that's crazy that they working especially hard with that home, but that's home. You know they're gonna get special treatment. You're gonna take care of your own more than you take care of others. So it shows that Sony is making some changes, I guess. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's more than likely bad. Like you say, they might just be cutting fat to keep their stockholders happy.
Well, they have to. That Hiroki Takoki
if you look
already said
what they've been doing with their media, they have been failing in the movies, so they've been losing money.
Just about to say that.
So I'm gonna tell you what you don't go see. Don't go see that Madam Web. It was hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Why we can't make no cuts in Sony Studios?
They probably did.
If these movies keep going on, you'll know they don't really hire people. They just say we're not gonna produce a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Verse movies are horrible.
Y'all see Jim Ryan's message?
No, you can't say the Spider-Verse movies that when they try and make a villain standalone, they fail.
It's horrible.
Can't make a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man. Bottom line. So what about Jim Ryan?
Jim Ryan gone too, so
he just got a lengthy message to the folks that
to the people. Stand strong. Unfortunate that this should happen. We'll work with you if in the future. They were good people.
He leaving next month.
But he got a good severance package. He gonna leave anytime he feel like it. He could have left.
He got millions.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure he moved back home.
Oh, he back in England. Definitely back in England.
Peppy said that's what they all say, Jim Ryan. You gotta say something nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to. You don't put salt in the wound. Mm-mm.
Standard procedure.
Tough luck. Bye.
But
night.
Like I said, we'll wait till the next quarter when they do their earnings call and see how things are going. I don't think the industry is technically done yet, but I don't know. We'll know more next week. I just saw something pop up. I don't know if it's verifiable, but I saw something. I'm looking for it. They said Final Fantasy Rebirth, whatever the one just came out, is not doing as well as people expected.
Well, I think it was the lapse of time between the two.
It's the first day. It just came out.
Came out last week, didn't it? Or Tuesday?
I thought it just came out. Yeah, like Tuesday or something.
So you're saying that your opinion is too fast to call it, too soon to call it?
Yeah. Jeez.
He's like, give him some breathing room. Let him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let him stretch the legs. They might be looking at the player count because Sony got their numbers, but we can't see them. But they know.
Yeah, they know exactly. You said hit the nail on the head.
Do you think the newer generation likes Final Fantasy?
Not as much as our generation.
I don't think so.
I think they would if they gave it a chance, but they have no connection to it, and if no one around them introduced it to them, why would they try it?
Right. I think that's what it's probably suffering from.
Because that was like a huge thing for Sony back in the day. Back in our day.
Yeah, but if you ain't got no connection to something, it's like, oh, Final Fantasy, yeah, okay. What's this about? And trying to explain that.
And along with that, I noticed like a generational thing. Along with Final Fantasy was like a huge otaku boom, and now you can readily get anime and stuff from Japan anywhere. So it's not like as niche as it was back then.
As it was.
Exactly.
Right.
So a lot of the Final Fantasy was / Japanese fandom, and now that that's more readily available, it's not as, you know, like, oh my goodness, oh, like.
And also, is this a condition? Is this a condition of the MMO? Because they did release the PlayStation MMO, the Final Fantasy MMO. So
true. My sister still
people could be playing that over the single experience because they're playing with friends rather than playing by themselves.
I mean, I look at my son's friends. The hotness was Persona for them.
But how many of them had connections to people who played Final Fantasy that introduced it to them? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of those things that I think the older generation would have to introduce to the younger generation.
Yeah. Right, because Mark played it because of me.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm saying, how many of those people have somebody that played that game, enjoyed it, and is introducing it? That's a far-fetched idea.
Right. Because, I mean, like I said, these Persona games seem like they're more harder than Final Fantasy.
Well, that's their generation, so. That's a game that came out in their generation, so I would guess they would play it. Especially, wasn't that the Nintendo heavy game? They released a lot of them on the Nintendo systems. And Nintendo was aimed for children. So
well, my point with all that too is that if the game doesn't do well, I blame Square Enix because the game should have been multi-platform on everything. When you're a third-party developer, unless Sony was going to say they made Sony cover the loss just in case. That's what I really want to say. Cover the loss if they didn't hit X amount of numbers.
Yeah,
then
Square can't afford to just be on one
right
console.
Not in this day and age. How much games?
Well, I guess they thought they could get away with it with the MMO, because the MMO is on everything, and it released around the same time.
You
said what?
Right, which they tried to do. Yeah, make the MMO.
Basically, what I was saying, when you make a game have something that everybody can play as well as a private game, maybe it's backfiring in this case. Because people are paying attention to the one that's on everything. Because look, it's crossplay. I believe that one is crossplay. If they kept it, because back in the day it was crossplay. I may be wrong in this. I'll say that, but I will hope a game like that would be crossplay, because that would bring them money. I
mean, well, everyone, those are our topics. We'll see how they go. And we'll see next week about Final Fantasy. I hope the game doesn't screw up.
Because the game looks good. It looks really good.
Oh yeah, what games are releasing for March?
Oh, that was good. Good spot.
I was like, wait a minute, I still got a tab open.
That's a good spot. Good job, Trash. Got it.
We got the Mobius Machine, Outlast Trials, Unicorn Overlord. That's on all the consoles. WWE 2K24.
Mm-hmm. This year is wrestling.
Yep. Outcast, Alone in the Dark. That's what I'm really waiting on. I thought that was
Alone in
coming.
the Dark or Outcast. You said both of them, and then you said that's what I'm really waiting.
Oh, Alone in the Dark. I'm waiting.
Okay. I was assuming you were mentioning talking about that one.
Horizon Forbidden West Complete Collection PC March 21st. I don't know why they're doing that, but oh well, they gotta make money. Oh,
Yeah, because I was
Dragon,
like, I'll get that on PC. Shoot, that was one of the PS5 games.
Dragon's
Dragon's
Dogma.
Dogma.
I think I may get that. I think I'm gonna get that. Everyone depends on what everyone says. So.
Well,
I'm gonna get
you
it.
know
I
what
just don't
Jazz
know
gonna
when.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I got some games on the roster.
The Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely that. Yep.
That's one of the ones that's making me really look at PlayStation. Like I'm itching to buy it. Like
Yes,
I've been looking
sir.
at pricing on the PlayStation because I'm starting to feel the itch to get one.
Open Roads, wherever that is. Oh, they got a whole crap.
Princess Peach,
loaded
showtime. All right, I'm sorry.
You went Nikki on that one.
Bulwark, Planet Zoo, Prison Architect, South Park, Snow Day.
Not
Martial
South Park.
Yes,
I'm
South
looking
Park.
at that because I like them stupid games.
Yes. Yes.
I really
As
do.
Dust,
They are
Yeah,
fun.
they fun.
Fun
They are
RPGs.
as Dust Falls on PlayStation, which is a good game.
I was gonna say that sounds familiar. Isn't that when
Goes
you
on.
flip?
Yeah.
Game.
That's a good game.
That
You
was
didn't
on
like
Game Pass day one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was that choice game to make you think, oh, do I want to make this decision?
Oh yeah, that's why I don't really remember. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was trying to get my wife to play it. I think she'll love it.
Oh yeah. I think she would enjoy that. That's a good one. That'd be a very good one. You could sit there and help her and all that while you on your road ally. Yup.
Oh, we forgot Major League MLB the show.
We know who's getting that.
I know that.
Well, we don't know because he's like, I got to finish my season.
Yeah, I don't look like I'm gonna finish my season.
I knew you were.
If you put down the rogue ally, you hooked on your Steam games. I can't even be mad about that because Steam is a treasure trove.
I still want one because I like having my gaming laptop, but I don't feel like looking at the work all the time. I'm gonna be honest. I might join you soon, Mark.
Mm-hmm. I like my little Lenovo Go. Or Lenovo Legion Go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about getting. Like, I was looking at like a Chromebook or something like that because it's essentially the same thing but more portable and more capable. So maybe a Lenovo Go or something like that.
Yeah.
Just have an Xbox controller. Done.
You don't need an Xbox controller.
What do you mean?
With a Lenovo Legion Go?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm talking about the handheld.
Yeah.
Not the laptop.
Yeah, I was thinking about the laptop.
Yeah, when you said getting an Xbox controller, I'm like,
I misthought. I was thinking about getting, but that's what I want. I want like a mini production system as well as being able to play something.
You love it.
No, because I'll be irritated that I can't do like drawing it or stuff like that. Like, I want something that's capable. If I'm carrying a device, I want it to be more for gaming. That's why I built my computer the way I did. I cannot have it just strictly for gaming. I don't like devices like that. Feels limiting.
Hey, we understand.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get what you like.
Indubitably.
Yeah, but those are our topics, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for listening. Those out there, like and subscribe. Forward, tell people to give us a like or a review. So, where can we find everyone? Let's start with OG. Where can we find you this weekend?
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the crew. I've been trying to get
operative word is trying, huh?
Here and there.
He been on Twitter. He just ain't been on the fight.
I see him on. Yeah,
he be sitting there cracking jokes and laughing at crazy stuff on Twitter, but he just don't want to deal with the other stuff. Don't let him lie to y'all. Chat, don't let him lie to
y'all. Where else, OG?
And also on Facebook, All Things Geeky Group.
Yeah, you need to be on Geeky. That's what you need to be. To help with the conversation on Geeky. Because you be having good points and stuff and seeing stuff, but you don't. You got to be more active, man. Because I be wanting your points on some of the stuff I be posting. No, because when you talk, you get other people talking. Like it helps the conversation.
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, you be talking about stuff. You got a different view than me. It is valued.
Where can we find you? All right, where can we find you, Surge?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, on Sir Rich Gaming. I be in all things geeky too. On Twitter, Sir_Rich. You can find my YouTube at Sir Rich and my Twitch at Sir Rich.
Everything Sir Rich.
Only different is this Facebook with the gaming behind it.
Okay. What about you, Jazz?
Find me here every Thursday with everybody else, 7 p.m. Also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, which I do have a few new videos posted, as well as Twitch, all Jazzymoto, JA5ZYMOTO. Also, I am back at my live drawing streams.
That's good.
Most recent one I did was The Bat Who Laughs. So if y'all want to check that out, help a sister out. Gonna have some t-shirts available soon. Back at it. But I will be streaming again tonight, or not tonight. Heck no, I gotta work in the morning. Tomorrow night.
Some of y'all can do that tonight.
I ain't. Not I.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Back to reality.
It's called to get some ice cream and sit on my butt for an hour or two.
Basically.
Go to bed.
But yeah, check me out. Appreciate it. That's me.
All right. You can find me here every Thursday with the lady and the gentleman. The one gaming on Xbox and PlayStation 5. I'll probably stream something tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be something. And I'm on Twitter as the Gamers DMZ, the one, responding, and most times I can. So that is it. Thank you all for entertaining, letting us entertain you, taking some of your valuable time listening to us. We had a little bit to talk about, which is the gaming news as far as the industry getting rid of a lot of people just to save a buck. But that's the way it goes. And we wish the best.
Like doom and gloom.
It's the way it is.
On that note,
used to be.
Surge, take us out of here.
Oh, it's time to say holla.
Holla,
holla, everybody. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 everybody. Holla, 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 holla. Holla.